G'day and welcome to another big edition of the BFNL Netball Show. My name's Yeendy, I'm joined by Kim Bailey, and finals fever is well and truly underway, but we still had a few good games to close out the home and away season.
Yeah, well, the fixture most probably finished how we thought it would, the ladder. So a couple of interesting games on the weekend. I suppose we'll start with Lakers and East Point. East Point had a 12-goal victory there, and we most probably expected that if you look at ladder positions. East finished fourth. Lakers finished in sixth, but I think East would have really liked to win that game, and they'll rue that round 17 loss that cost them that third spot, I think. Yeah,
exactly, because it certainly could have changed things dramatically there, and but I mean another high-scoring match as well, which is great.
Yeah, you look at that. What it's at 112 goals for the game. So, yeah, good job by the goalers there. They've most probably had a really good game. Emma Farrell 74%, Lauren Dew 80%, and Lakers. Sarah Hepburn had a great game. She hit 34 shots from 46, so did the majority of the shooting there. So, yeah, good game. But it'd be set both of these clubs up. They've got really hard tasks ahead of them now.
Yeah, they certainly do. But again, the way that we've sort of spoken about it for quite a while now, that the other top six, other than Sunbury, who have been the absolute standouts in patches, they've been able to be challenged. But the top six, anyone can win on any given day.
Of course, yeah. And the same with Sunbury, they're not immune. Of course, anyone's in it to win it, aren't they?
Exactly right. And speaking of the Sunbury Lions, they were pushed by Sebastopol in yet another shootout. They ended up winning that one 62-41. It's only going back a few months ago that these two were sort of battling for top spot on the ladder. And
a couple of weeks ago, Sebastopol in second spot.
It's amazing how things have changed.
To fifth, so it is.
That says more about the competition and where they're headed too.
Yeah. Look, Sebastopol, we know they've made finals last year, and again this year, so it's a great effort, and I think they are on the rise. But Chloe Curran had another great game, 44 goals at 88%, and but Adriana Calm, I hope that's a correct stat because that warms my heart. 22 from 22, 100%. Wow,
nice.
If that's the case, well done.
Yeah, fantastic performance there. Want to see more of that come finals as well. That's what the other coaches love. Redan had a pretty good win over Bacchus Smash, 59-30, just to get themselves a little bit more confident sitting in second spot on the ladder now.
Yeah, good win. It's always nice to go into a final coming off a good victory. So 29-goal win. 29?
Yep.
I don't know what my math's like, Chris, but
Spot
29.
There,
but yeah, so that's a big win over a Bacchus team that's been pretty good this season. I think they'd be quite heartened with their season and where Michael Saker's taken it this year. So big things, I think, ahead for Bacchus.
Yeah, I guess if the other teams sort of get a few wins on each other earlier, the top seven was sort of been quite good for most of the year. And particularly in the bottom half of the ladder, we look at the game that we expected to go down the wire, and it delivered. It was Darley 45 defeating Melton South 43.
Yeah, good game, really close, and we thought this one could go either way. So again, I don't think the ladder has reflected how well these two teams have gone this season. And we just need to give a big shout out to Melton South shooter Beck Caldwell. We had the VNL Awards last Friday night, and Beck for Div 1 just scooped the pool. She was named MVP for Division 1. She was also named the sharpshooter, and she was also named in Team of the Year. So great accolades for her, and to have a player of that calibre playing in our league and for Melton South is fantastic. So well done, Beck. Great effort.
And bring on next year as well if she's in that side and they get a few more players around her. Look out, they're going to be a force next year.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Speaking of a team that's coming with a little bit of form at the moment, North Ballarat City finishing the home and away season on a high with a 60-goal win over Melton, 78-18.
Yeah, I think Melton would be still pretty excited from their win the other week. Hey, so,
yeah.
But North are a really good team, and I just don't know if they've hit their straps yet. And looking at that, they might be just coming good at the right time, Mr. Yen. What do you think?
Oh, I think so. They are looking good to make, I guess to repeat the dose and make the grand final they did last year.
Look, they're in with the show. There's no doubt about it.
Certainly going to be a very big show. We're heading into the first week of the finals, and I guess we've been anticipating this for quite a while, and it's probably going to be one of the closely contested final series for quite some time. We're looking forward to the qualifying final on Saturday. We've got Sunbury and Redan.
Yeah, very interesting game. Redan's most probably one of the teams that have got closest to Sunbury. Both these teams haven't played each other at full strength, so I think it'll be really interesting. Redan have extremely strong defensive line, but Sunbury's attacking line is just as strong, if not stronger. The only thing is, I will say, they've got a little bit of inexperience, like young Liv Jorgensen, still as an under-19s player and shooter. she'll come up most probably against Monique Clark. So that'll be a really interesting matchup. So whether Liv can take that pressure, that's really important. We'll see. But she's got some great players around her. Ruby Parry will keep her steady. Taryn Munro's been unreal through the mid-court for Sunbury as well. But, Chloe Curran's most probably the key. So whether, I don't know who'll play her, most probably Emma Henry, Emma Invenerity, I think it is now. I'm not quite sure, but it'd be a really fascinating game. But it's pretty hard to back against Sunbury, I think, when they've been undefeated all year.
I think with a team that's like Redan, they've challenged them the best this year, Sunbury Lions. They match up quite well. So
they do.
If anyone's going to inflict that first loss, it's going to be them. Yeah,
you never know. Finals are a funny thing. They've both got the second chance, but if it was me, I'd want to get that win straight away.
Exactly. So your tip for Sunbury Lions on this one?
Yeah, I'm going Sunbury.
Oh, I'm going to... Third time's a charm for Redan. I think there we
go.
Upset. I think if we're going to see a really good shake-up of the finals, it's going to start with the first one, the qualifying final, and Redan, of course, that big one. Another game that'll be taking place on Saturday, North Ballarat City, heading into the game with some good form, and they take on Lake Windermere at Darley Park. Yeah,
down at Darley, as you just said. I think North are peaking at the right time. I've just can't believe how inconsistent they've been this year, and I think Annie's got the girls to a spot where they're going to be ready to roll for finals. I think it'll be quite a comfortable victory to North. Sorry, Lakers, but I just think they're pretty awesome.
Yeah, which sort of goes against the trend of what we've been seeing right throughout the year, the top six just fluctuating up and down. But I guess with North Ballarat City, you mentioned before, that win over Melton, just a 60-goal win, just hitting their straps at the right time. That's what it's all about for them.
They're a finals team. They're really experienced, and I think they'll do the job.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. As we turn our attention to Sunday, and we've got East Point taking on Sevastopol, and I think what will be one of the games of the final series.
Great game. I watched some of the game last time they played, and it was unbelievable. The skill, the speed. Let's hope it's dry, because that's when these two teams play best. They've got strength all over the court, both teams. Both shooting circles are really strong. I really like Chelsea Castles for Sebastian defence. I think that'll be a really good battle of her and Lauren Dew together. Adriana and Georgia Can have been sensational together. Really tough pick. I think East might have a couple of injuries. We'll just need to wait and see if they play or not, if those girls get up. Yeendy, I'm going to go East.
I'm going to go Sevastopol because, and just sort of going back to the conversation Georgia and I had before the season started, there's been a long build-up. 5 years, I think, that the club's sort of been working to get to this point. They've got their team cherry ripe, ready to go. I'm personally a little bit surprised that they're not higher on the ladder. Maybe they're not sort of third or second, but that's just been the top six.
But you're right, that's how the season's gone this year. Everyone's beating everyone. I just think East most probably, that they were really stiff to miss out on third spot, but it's only 2 points separating them, so it could go anyway. I like the defensive line for when I've seen East play a couple of times this year. I think they've been fantastic. But as I said, I love Chelsea Castles and I love the Can girls that play such good netball. It could go anyway, but I just think, they've got some finals experience. They won the run in that Heartstopper last year, East, and I think that'll hold them in good stead. And I just think they'll get the victory. Be close, be very, very close. So wouldn't surprise me if it went the other way, but I'm going East.
I hope Adriana just gets her 100%ers up again, and
I hope that's right, because if it is, I'm very happy with that.
Yeah, exactly. We're all about shooting percentages here and great games, and we're certainly going to get that right across this weekend in BFNL Netball. Kim, thanks so much for joining us here on the show, and we look forward to catching up with you next week to see who is fit to play one game, which will be the second semi for a spot in the grand final.